guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to part 2 of what to expect in a commercial audition. Part 1 was last week. If you missed it, I'll link it down below, as well as any other commercial videos that I've done so far. Wow, it's a short intro. Let's jump right in. Okay, so when we chatted last time, I talked to you all about what it is like from getting submitted for an audition all the way through that first audition. So today is going to be all about what happens if you are lucky enough to get a callback and what happens at the callback and after that. Okay, so you've done it. You've done the audition. You go home and you are going to be tempted to check your phone constantly to see if you got a callback. Don't do this. A watched pot never boils, and that applies so majorly when you're an actor, because I swear when you are waiting for that call and when you're like, oh, I know I'm going to get a callback, that was so me, that part was all mine, blah, blah, blah. Like, you don't get a call back. But if you just leave that audition and live your life and go on and do your best to forget about it and, you know, just like I said, live your life, be busy with other stuff, that's when the call comes. I don't know why this is. It probably doesn't really have any real impact on whether you get a call back or not, but I swear, I don't know if it's just the way the universe works, but this is how it is. So I'm telling you, just leave that first audition and then don't obsess about it. Let it go. This is already sounding like an advice video, but this is really like an explanation of how things are when you get the callback, but I guess you get some advice sprinkled in along the way. So let's say that you don't get a callback. Don't worry about it. There are so many more opportunities to come. You did your best. It just wasn't you for whatever reason. Forget about it. Don't stress about it. Move on. And if you did get a callback, then congratulations. It is such a slim number of people that are submitted for these auditions that actually get called in to audition, and an even slimmer number that get callbacks. So hooray. So if you do get a callback, again, just like the first one, your agent will call you and or send an email or both, and they'll give you all the information. Make sure you check that information like a crazy person, because sometimes the location has changed from the first audition. Sometimes they want something different. There's another note, they've added dialogue, whatever. Make sure you check thoroughly. So at a callback for a commercial, I guess also to theatrical audition, you always wear the same outfit, because those casting people might think of you as the girl in the yellow shirt, and they're like, the girl in the yellow shirt, the girl in the yellow shirt. And then you show up to the callback in a blue shirt and they're like, they don't know who you are. That sounds nutty, but it's the truth. So make sure you wear the same outfit. So you arrive to the audition in the same outfit and you arrive on time, of course, and they may or may not pair you up with people again. It might be a different person than the last time, or you're going by yourself, obviously, depending on what the commercial situation is. And when you walk into the room, now it's a whole different vibe and setup. In the first audition, it's just you and the casting director or the casting assistant or the session runner or whatever they're called, and you guys are able to kind of chat, and it's like a nice loose environment. In the callback, the casting person barely talks to you. They like bring you in the room and they tell your name to the producers. There's a lot of people in the room. There's the director of the commercial, the producer sometimes is there, and the client is sometimes there. Sometimes there's like 7 people in the room. Sometimes they do it all over Skype, which is really, really weird. I hate that because it's just so weird. But usually at a callback, there's a lot of people in the room. Sometimes they're all eating lunch. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about them. I mean, you walk in and you say hi, like nicely, hey guys, what's up? And then you go to your mark. You know, you don't have to say hi to every person. They are really just trying to do their job. They're not really there to socialize. Sometimes that feels like a weird vibe or that they hate you, but they're just trying to get their job done. So you have to do the same thing. So then at this point, after you've walked in and gone and stood on your mark, usually the director will get up and introduce herself or himself, and they will start telling you what they want out of this callback. So most times it's a little bit different than what you did in the first audition. And sometimes it's totally different. Like this time they want you, I don't know, sometimes it's totally different. Do whatever they say. And most likely they're gonna have you do whatever you're doing a lot of different ways at the callback, because the director's there and the client is there and they really wanna work you to see if you're gonna be able, to adjust to different, ideas when they're actually shooting, and they want to just, see what you're like, see what you can do. So yes, usually you will do the commercial audition a bunch of different ways with the director and everybody in the room. Sometimes they don't have you do it more than once. You just do it and they're like, okay, thank you, bye, and you go, and that's it. That doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean that they didn't like you or didn't like what you did. It just means that they got what they needed, and that's it. Sometimes on your way out of the room, the casting director will ask you to stay in the waiting room because they might need you to go again with somebody else, or they might be doing like a mix and match where they brought all the people for the callback and they're mixing and matching everybody to see who has the best chemistry or who works the best for the commercial. So sometimes they'll ask you to stay. If they don't, then obviously you just leave. And if they do ask you to stay, then you hang around and do whatever you gotta do. So again, you're done. Forget about it. Go home, live your life, and don't wait for that phone to ring or that email to come in. Just, make yourself busy and, it's so silly because it's like so easier said than done for me to tell you, oh, just, if you want this job really bad, just forget about it. I myself have been guilty of not being able to forget about it and obsessing over it a little bit, but you really do got to do your best to just let it go. And if the audition is not going any further, usually there's only the first audition and the callback and then the booking. Sometimes there's a third or fourth callback, but that's super, super rare. But if you don't hear anything again from this point, then you didn't get it. Your agent doesn't call you to tell you that you didn't get it. You just didn't, and that's that, and that's okay. Life goes on. We all get plenty of no's. I mean, the probability is that you will not get the job, but that is okay. That is the same probability for everybody else auditioning, so don't worry about it. In fact, I love you, but get used to it. Side note, in this business, you really do have to build that thick skin and just be okay with the process and know that the chances are that you're not gonna get the job. And that's all right. You're growing, you're learning, you're getting experience, and you're getting closer and closer to your next yes. Commercials, especially auditioning, it really is a numbers game. So your number will come up, I'm telling you. Now, if the commercial is going further, then you will get a phone call from your agent. Most times that happens the same day as the audition or the next day, and they will put you on a veil. This means that your agent calls and says, these are the wardrobe and shoot dates. Are you available? And you say, yes! I'm available, book me, I'm ready to go. And they go, hold up, this is just an avail. Basically what's happening is the casting director is calling all the top choice people from the callback and finding out that they are for sure 100% available, so that then the producers and the client and the director have their definite choices of who they can pick from to cast in the commercial. So you tell your agent you're available, and then they tell that to the casting director, and then it's a waiting game. If you did book the commercial, then hooray, you're gonna get that phone call and they're like, congratulations, you booked it, the job is yours. If you didn't get it, they will call you to release the avail, which means that you didn't get it. You're good to go. You don't have to worry about holding those dates anymore. Sometimes they don't even bother calling your agent to release you from the avail, which I think is a load of crap. I hate that they do that. It is so messed up for so many reasons. I really hope they get it together soon and stop doing this to actors where they just keep them on a veil up until the shoot day of the commercial just in case something happens with that actor. It's not very nice. But anyway, hopefully it's a happy ending and they call you and you book the commercial and yay, you got a commercial. Congratulations. Okay, that is all I can give you for today. Make sure you check back next week or the week after. I might be doing something different next week. And I will tell you what it is like to shoot a commercial. It's really fun. You'll want to watch it. If you guys like this video, please click that like button and share this channel with anyone that you think might like it and subscribe to it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.